Balloon Trip Breeze is a side-scroller game featured on Nintendo Land in 2012. This marks the last Nintendo Land game review that we'll do, and next, Aiden will be doing an overview. I know very little on the source material, unfortunately, but here's what I got. Balloon Fight for the NES was a fairly popular game at the time and allowed two players to take each other's balloons, making them fall and eventually lose the game. So with that being said, let's jump right in. First off, this game has very simple controls. You just slide your finger across the touch screen and your character will move up in the air. From there, you just move your finger around to fly him around the stage, and you kind of push him, like your finger makes little gusts of wind appear that push the balloons. It's actually pretty neat, and you can steer it pretty well once you get used to it. The second player can also act similar to F-Zero and destroy certain obstacles. I wish this game was two-player, like normal two-player, like two people could be on the screen, because that's kind of what seemed like the fun part of Balloon Fight, and originally was that you could fly around with a friend and fight and stuff. So I think it would have been interesting if they threw in a versus mode, or even or maybe even like a new Super Mario Bros. Wii, where that you could shoot your friends around and stuff and be together. That would have been pretty cool, I think. But alas, we're stuck with the one player. Aside from that, though, there's really no problems. The physics are fantastic in this game, which is kind of a given, because otherwise the game wouldn't work very well. But also, on top of that, the graphics and textures are fantastic, showing off the Wii U's full potential throughout Nintendo Land. I've been saying that, but this one is really good as well. And I just know that they're probably even going to get better games from here on out. The campaign is fun. It's only about 8 levels long, and then the difficulty gives up every time if you want to keep going after the initial 8 levels. So overall, Balloon Fighter is a fun side-scroller that is great to play. The only problem is the lack of multiplayer, which this is a game that should definitely have it. Overall, I'll give Balloon Fighter 8 out of 10 for being a good time, but I don't know how replayable it is, and the multiplayer problem is a pretty big problem for something like this.